Hi, everybody. My name is Bo Sanders. I want to tell you about something kind of interesting that has happened in the last month. As I have gone around and done visitation or met people at coffee shops or talked with people after church, I've noticed an interesting trend, which is that each element of our Sunday gatherings together, somebody has told me that it's their favorite part of the service, and then somebody else, completely unrelated, has mentioned to me that it's their least favorite part of the service. And I just found this really fascinating. So somebody told me that the passing of the peace is their least, they hate it. And they think that it's so false, and that saying, oh, peace be with you is so shallow. It's like saying, how are you? But you don't like actually listen to how the person is. So I thought that was an interesting point, but I know that for a lot of people, it is probably their favorite part of the church service. In fact, our passing the peace goes on for quite a while, and sometimes it's difficult to sort of rein everybody back in and reorient them for the rest of the gathering. It's a very exuberant part of the service. People get very excited, and I think that it's important that we have that human touch. So that was interesting. Obviously, music's always something people are opinionated about, and so some people have said that the singing at church is their favorite part of the church service, and that to be honest, it's really the only reason that compels them to get out of bed and come on a Sunday morning. And then some people have said they could do without the music, and or that they wish we had a different type of music. So I thought that was an interesting contrast. Prayer, for some people, the times of prayer that we have, whether it's the personal prayer or the prayers of the people, is the most meaningful thing for them. It's a transcendent moment to connect with the divine presence. And other people have told me, they could really do without prayer, which I think is a fascinating thing for a Christian to say, but that's probably a conversation for another day. Same with the sermon. People have let me know that they think I should preach longer. That's really where they get fed, and so they think that my sermons could be longer. I've had other people say that you don't need to talk so much. I really don't get that much out of it. So always good and humbling, I guess, to hear that. We are a conversational community, and so each week we break up into conversations, little conversation groups. Sometimes they're just icebreakers, like this week was what's your favorite Christmas song? And some weeks it's a little deeper, like what's the most difficult part about forgiving someone? Or it can vary. And some people have let me know that's the entire reason they come to church. If they wanted to go to a concert or a stage performance, they'd go to a different church. The appeal of our congregation is that we have a conversation group, because a lot of people have said, I've never been at a church where you get to ask questions, or you can even disagree with the sermon, or push back. And other people have said that they could do the conversation thing isn't their favorite, and especially if they aren't careful about who they sit by, and sometimes you get stuck in a conversation group. And anyway, so that's funny, but that's unique to us, because that's our kind of conversational community. We do interactive church. And then this past week was communion, and I'm very aware that for some people that's their favorite thing we do. We do it the first Sunday of every month, and for them that's that ritual means a lot to them, and they really get a lot out of it. And other people have said oh man, do we have to do communion every month? It just feels a little Catholic, to some people, or a little bit overdone, and they don't like the superstitious or supernatural elements that some people read into it. And so we try and focus more on the symbolism and the metaphor, sort of the imagery of the whole thing. So anyway, the reason I bring this up is twofold. One is I just want to say that it's okay that each element of our gathering together is both somebody's favorite and least favorite. This is part of life together. This is what it means to live life together, like in a family. And so I just want to give people permission to say yeah, this is how it works. And so there's going to be things that really connect with you, and there's going to be things that you maybe doesn't resonate so much. The videos is another one I forgot. That some people really like the videos, and actually wish that our production value and our music was more like that, and other people, the video really doesn't do anything for them. So that's another example of that. Anyway, the second reason I bring this up is that we're not going to stop doing any of these things. This is our liturgy. Our life together involves all of these things, from the passing of the peace to monthly communion, singing together, praying together, talking together in our conversation circles. I'm going to continue to preach. That's part of what we do when we're together. We're going to have the video because it allows us to bring in a production quality that we can't do in-house. So these all are going to stay. They're part of our life together. And this is what it means to do family, is there's going to be things that are your favorite part, and there's going to be things that are not your favorite part. And so I just want to give you permission. This is a conversation I'm willing to have. It's okay. This is a safe space for us to take away different things from our gatherings together. I think that's a good and healthy sign.